This is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today in this video I'm going to talk about why I don't really think that TGOD is that great of an investment at these levels. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell down below so you're notified when I upload a video. Give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it. I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment, information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own research, your due diligence, or you spoke with a financial advisor. So yeah, there's some new people that are watching my channel. Hello, Eduardo BS. Thanks for the encouragement. There's another guy that Michael, and yeah, some new followers. It's good to have you guys here along for the ride. Yeah, maybe one of these days when my channel gets bigger, I'll do a live stream, maybe in a couple of months, if I grow the channel maybe to, like, I don't know, 600 or 800 subscribers or something like that, and then maybe, like, I don't know, 10 or 20 people came along for a live stream or something. But we'll see. I'm going to work right now, so I'm gonna focus on that. I may still do some short videos in my car. Eventually I will have my own kind of home studio and better lighting and stuff. That's the focus. I hope to have a house before the end of the year. It's a goal. I will get into more detail when everything comes into fruition. These things take time. There's a few steps, but you know, I just gotta keep focused, laser focused on achieving my goals. Okay, so I just did the video. I did a video 2 nights ago about PE, PS, and then price to book. Okay, so as an investor, all those things matter to me, and TGOD doesn't really fit the bill for any of those, right? I mean, I'm sure if you look at their price to book, it's probably around like 2 or 3 or 4, right? So that means that their assets are worth about like a quarter to like 40% of what their market cap's at, right? So if the market downturn happened and there was no bullish like investors, right, then the stock would get killed, right? It would be annihilated because the assets are so weak. I mean, they have good assets, but it doesn't justify their market cap. Another reason why I'm not bullish on TGOD is because they used to have a big cash position. I mean, when they came out of the gate, they raised a lot of money, and they had a lot of hype. They had like 3 financings. Some was at like 50 cents, then it went to like 75 or maybe $1.25, and then $2 before they IPO'd. And so I mean, and then there's warrants. So fully diluted, they probably have around 400 million shares out. They have around 300 million shares, I think, on the float right now. But I think fully diluted, I think they're probably somewhere around 400 million with their options and their warrants and all that stuff. So that doesn't really appeal to me when their market cap's like close to like about 1.3 billion or something like that, right? Their price of sales, they did about like 2.9 million last quarter. So that's like, if you want to be gentle and nice, you can say that's a 3 million. So then you times that by 4, that's 12 million. And then so they're trading at around 100 to 125 price to sales. Okay, that doesn't really get me excited, right? So I mean, I can understand if their cash position was like 400 million or 300 million and all that, but they've burned through a lot of freaking cash in the last year since they've IPO'd. Like, they came out and they had 250 million, and now they only have 68 million. Okay, the guys on Twitter that hate my soul because I'm just being honest and I'm just saying my opinion, and they had to come at me, and Ski CBD had to give me some call me a loser and call me all these names. Look, when you call someone in names, that just makes you lose the debate, right? I'm just giving my opinion. I didn't say to not buy TGOD. I'm just giving you my opinion. When you get really angry, that just shows that your weakness, right? So anyways, enough about that drama. But so their position, okay, so they got restricted cash, so that makes them a little bit better. Okay, they got 68 million in cash, and then restricted cash probably like 57, so they got about 120 million in cash. Okay, but they're losing like 60 million every quarter. So that was like based on like back in May or something like that, and there's been like 3 or 4 months, so their cash position could be at like $40 million, and they're trading at like $1.3 billion. I mean, the price to cash flow is not very sexy. So then those guys want to say, okay, well, they're fully funded for 219,000 kilograms. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. You're gonna tell me they're gonna be growing 219,000 kilograms and not raise any more money? Have you seen Canopy Growth, how much money they've invested over the years, and they're only growing 40,000 kilograms a quarter? That's 160,000 kilograms on an annual run rate, okay? And they burned billions and billions of dollars to get to that level. And same with Aurora. They bought MedRelief, they bought Canamed, and they bought like Whistler Cannabis, and they're only doing about like 25,000 to 30,000 kilograms, and they just asked for $300 million more dollars from the bank, and they're yeah, I mean, they're only at like 120,000 kilograms. So you're gonna tell me they're gonna be fully funded for 219,000 kilograms? Like, get down to reality. How much did they grow last quarter? I mean, there's no data for that, okay? Hexo grew 94 kilograms, so they're at about a 40,000 kilogram run rate, and their market cap's very similar to TGOD, and they have a deal with Coors for infused beverages, and they're talking to Fortune 500 companies for CBD in USA. So I can't get on that board as far as being bullish on TGOD. Oh, it's organic, so it has this pricing. Look, you're gonna have premium pricing for better beverages as well, but if your product's so expensive, the only people that are gonna buy it are gonna be people that are investors or some like random folk. Nobody's got enough money to consistently spend $100 on an eighth of cannabis. I mean, that's how much they are in the store. You can't justify paying for that. I mean, yeah, sure, you might sell a bit of cannabis here and there, but you're not gonna sell 200,000 kilograms of that, of organic cannabis. Like, get your head out of your ass. On top of that, I mean, yeah, it's just basically it's a cult of a stock, so that the retail's not backing it. So as soon as the retail like gets out of it and is like no, I don't want to invest in this, then you know, the price is gonna go down a lot. Sorry for all the brightness. I'm just in my car. Yeah, so I can't put a value on putting for TGOD. Now, what I can say is, if they do go on the NASDAQ and there is a lot of hype and there is a lot of volume, I may buy call options, okay? It's not because I value their business or I value their fundamentals or I value that. It's called momentum, it's called hype, and it's called just making money. So yeah, if the share price gets onto the NASDAQ and I like there's call options and I like the strikes on them and you know, the price I'm paying for them, then yeah, maybe I'll pick up 4 or 5 strikes and ride them till December, and then if it goes like 3 or 4 times higher than it is, then I sell it on my position for the options. But as far as buying the stocks, like buying like 500 shares or buying 1,000 shares, I can't justify the price. So I am not gonna put my head in the sand and just listen to all these pumpers on Twitter. On top of that, Wolf of Weed Street is like get so much money from them to pump them on Twitter. So they're basically, and Wolf of Weed Street's like very popular on Twitter. So a lot of their money's just invested into having some guy on Twitter pump their stock. Yeah, it doesn't pass the smell test for me. Yeah, they may be a big player in the future and they may become very profitable, but until they become showing nice profits and I like the valuation, then I cannot invest into TGOD as in buying shares. Now, I would look into maybe even the warrants as well, but I would rather just have the calls because the calls would be a lot shorter duration. Anyways, that was my video. You guys can give me thumbs down. I don't give a shit. I know there's a lot of TGOD pumpers and hype maniacs on TGOD. I'm not doing this investing channel to make sure everybody's like feels all happy when they sleep at night. I am just doing it for my opinion. Just because I don't think it's a good value doesn't mean you can't make money on this stock. Go ahead, make money on this stock. I don't give a shit. I am just talking about what I'm doing with my investing. Anyways, thanks for watching. Give me thumbs up. I hope you learned a lot, and you know, keep compounding that info. Listen to my lingo. It just doesn't pass the PS, the PE, the PB ratios for me. They don't have a PE ratio because they're losing lots of money. I am out. Compound interest. Later.